Hi guys, so as I'm going away in just a couple of days now to Disney World, I thought I'd do a little Disney themed Q&A before I went away. So I had the question sheet on my phone. They're going to be a mix of ones relating to my holiday, Disney parks, and obviously Disney in general. So let's get started. So the first question is, will I be staying on-site or off-site when I'm in Disney? I will be staying on-site again, like last year. This year I'll be staying in Colorado Springs, which is one of the moderate resorts, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm interested to see how it differs from the all-star resorts that I stayed in last year. So the next question is, what are my favourite rides in each of the parks? So I'll start with Magic Kingdom. My favourite one in Magic Kingdom is Haunted Mansion. I haven't got a reason for it, it's just a ride I like. My favourite one in Hollywood Studios is Tower of Terror. Then when it comes to Epcot, I'm gonna say Soarin', but it's very closely followed by Mission to Space. Then Animal Kingdom, as much as I love Flight of Passage, and it's gonna be a very strong second, I'm gonna say my favourite is Expedition Everest. Now, speaking of the rides, the next question I have is actually, what is my favourite ride overall? And that is Tower of Terror. I don't know what it is about that ride, I just love it, and it just fills me with so much glee. When everybody else is screaming with terror, I'm actually laughing. It just makes me so happy, that ride does. Now, my least favourite ride at Disney actually happens to be next to my favourite ride, and that is Rock and Roller Coaster. Now, I love roller coasters. I'll go on any roller coaster, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like Rock and Roller Coaster that much. I'll still go on it, and it's not necessarily the experience of the ride. I just always seem to come off with a bit of a headache, and it just kind of dampens my view on that ride. Next question is, what is my favourite pavilion when it comes to the World Showcase in Epcot? Now, I had to look at the map a bit, and I'm trying to remember the World Showcase from last year, and the only one that really sticks out to me is the Japanese pavilion. I think most of that is because the shop is quite large and quite interesting, but also the way that the archway there actually frames Spaceship Earth. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Japanese pavilion. When it comes to my go-to snack at Disney, I don't think I necessarily have a go-to. I think I tried most of the stuff last year. I think the only thing I didn't was Dole Whip, but I'm going to try it this year just to see what all the hype is about it. But I'm gonna say the Rice Krispie treats, just because it's the first thing that came into my head when I think of Disney snacks. Next question is, besides Disney World, have I visited any of the other parks? And yes, I've actually been to Disneyland Paris twice, and I've done California once as well, a couple of years ago. Who is my favourite character to meet in the parks? I've only ever gone out of my way to actually meet one character in the park, and that was last year, and that was to meet Stitch. He's my favourite character just because he's so mischievous, and it always makes for a good character interaction. What is my favourite show in the park? I'm gonna go with Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom, which is, if you don't know, is the big firework display they have every night. I think anyone who's been in Disney World will understand how amazing that show is. And the final Disney park related question anyway is, what is my go-to purchase when I go to the parks? There's a mix. I usually end up getting pins. I'm going to try not to this year. I'm going to get one from the resort, but I'm going to try not to buy as many this year. I also usually end up getting the mini ears, but once again, I have quite a few as it is, and I'm going to try not to buy any, although I do already have my eye on a set, so that might change. But I also like, last year, if you watched my video from last year, I did the pressed pennies. They're reasonably inexpensive, and they do make a nice little token, so I'm definitely going to do them again this year. And yeah, I don't know if they're available in the other parks like California and that, but the pressed pennies are now my go-to purchase. Now moving on to the more general Disney questions. So we'll start with one of probably the hardest questions you can ask a Disney fan, and that is my favourite Disney movie. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit on this one, and I'm going to do 3 movies. And the first 3 that come to mind are Robin Hood, the animal version obviously, Pocahontas, and I'm gonna say Princess and Frog for the more modern movies. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Frozen and Tangled, but yeah, Princess and the Frog probably is my more recent favourite. Favourite character, my main favourite character is the one I like to meet in the parks, and that is Stitch. Like I said, I've got a little plush here, I've got quite a few pins and all that, and yeah, he's my favourite. Like I said, he's a very mischievous but cute character. But aside from him, I also like Tinkerbell. Next up we have favourite princess. My go-to one with this is always Cinderella, but I think more recently it has started to drift towards Belle. So I'm going to stick with Cinderella for now, but yeah, Belle is closing up on a very close second. My favourite Disney sidekick, I'm going to have to go with Pascal from Tangled. He's just, yeah, I just love him. When it comes to my favourite Disney villain, I'm going to go for a more unusual one, but I'm going to say Hades from Hercules. I don't know why, like, I know most people go for like Ursula or Maleficent, but yeah, I like Hades. Next question we have is, what is my favourite Disney song? Now, like movies, this is quite a hard question for a Disney fan to answer, but I'm going to go with two. And they are this. It's our problem-free philosophy. And this.
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessity.
Yeah, those two are the ones I find myself listening to the most, or at least humming along or singing to and get stuck in my head. So I'm going to say those are my two favourites. Final question, what am I most excited about for my holiday? I'm just looking forward to being there, to be honest. Like, all of it. I'm looking forward to seeing the parades again, the fireworks, going on rides that maybe I didn't get to do last year because Toy Story Land wasn't open last year and it is now, so I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm also looking forward to just being in essentially the happiest place on earth. It's as chaotic as it can be. I find it really calming and relaxing being there, so I'm really looking forward to going again. That is the end of the Q&A. Now you know a little bit more about some of my favourite things in the park and Disney overall. And next time I see you guys, I will be in Disney. Before this video fully ends, I thought I would explain what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. I've already pre-recorded 2 other videos which can go up while I'm away, which is a haul video from when I went shopping a couple of weeks ago and then a packing video, so they'll go up the next 2 Mondays. I'm then going to start with my Disney vlogs. Because I'm going away for about 14 days, it means there's going to potentially be 14 videos, and that's going to take a long time to upload if I'm doing weekly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload every Monday and Thursday again, but if I do vlog in between, those will go up on the Mondays. But yeah, so that's the plan for the next couple of weeks, and I will see you guys in Disney.